climate change.
Climate changes.
Ang kinakaharap po natin ay itong global warming. Uminit na masyado ang daigdig. Kaya due to global warming, nagkakaroon ng climate change. Ay iba na ang sitwasyon ng ating daigdig.
Another stark reminder of the urgency of collective action to combat the effects of climate change. We must amplify our voices to demand climate change from those most responsible for the existential challenge we face today. Developed countries must lead in deep and drastic cuts in carbon emissions. They must act now, or it will be too late.
Survival of our global community. First is climate change. The time for talk about if and when has long since passed. It is here. It is now. Climate change is the greatest threat affecting our nations and our peoples. There is no other problem so global in nature that it requires a united effort, one led by the United Nations. The effects of climate change are uneven and reflect an historical injustice. Those who are least responsible suffer the most. The Philippines, for example, is a net carbon sink. We absorb more carbon dioxide than we emit. And yet, we are the fourth most vulnerable country to the effects of climate change. This injustice must be corrected, and those who need to do more must act now. We accept our share of responsibility and will continue to do our part to avert this collective disaster. We call on industrialized countries to immediately fulfill their obligations under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Paris Agreement to cut their greenhouse gas emissions, provide climate financing and technology transfer for adaptation for the most vulnerable and developing countries, to lead by example. We look forward to concrete outcomes at the Conference of Parties in Egypt later this year. When future generations look back, let them not ask why we did not take this opportunity to turn the tide. Why did we continue in our profligate ways until it was too late? This threat knows no borders, no social class, nor any geopolitical consideration. How we address it will be the true test of our time.
Kaya maraming bagyo, phenomenal activities of nature na nakakasira sa properties pati buhay ng hayop at tao. So dahil po yun sa pollution gamit ang fossil fuel. So, ang deuterium, ito po ang the only solution for global warming. Kaya palagi na po itong nabanggit ng ating mahal na Pangulo na we need to shift from fossil fuel into renewable source of energy. Hanggang sa nabanggit na niya ang tungkol sa deuterium.
Readjust tayo. But I think because of the concerns with global warming, doon talaga tayo papunta. At the time will come that we will start to shift to other alternative fuels, the greener fuels, and become a greener economy. We will have a greener system of energy. Nagsimula na, mula nung COP26 na nag-meeting sa Edinburgh, na binawasan yung paggamit ng coal. Ang problema, walang kapalit na renewable. Kaya tumaas ang presyo bigla. Kaya bumalik na naman ng kaunti, dinagdagan na naman ng coal fire, ng kuryente na galing sa coal fire. At kaya kailangan talaga natin babalansihin lahat yan. That's why deuterium is still a very attractive attractive resource para sa atin, because hydrogen has been established as a clean alternative, a greener alternative to fossil fuels. So yes, yung mother ko talaga malayo malayo talaga mag-isip. Yung mother ko talaga malayo malayo talaga mag-isip yun. She's very forward thinking. So that was her thinking when she started to show an interest in the deuterium deposits that have been established around the Philippines.
Naalala niyo pa po ba yung sinabi ko sa inyo noon na sa vlog natin na meron siyang Senate Bill number 2593 na gusto niyang ipapasa doon sa Senado,
na ang sabi niya ay hydrogen is highly flammable substance but with zero carbon emission. It is now used in Canada, America, Germany, and Sweden to provide fuel for cars, jet planes, and etc. Hydrogen is being processed from deuterium, which is heavy water or hydrogen water without oxygen. This is obtained from the deep trenches of the world, and the world's largest deposit of deuterium is in the Philippines. Thus, a breakthrough in the development and utilization of hydrogen holds promise not only for the accelerated economic growth of the country, but also for a much cleaner air which abates the effect of global warming. This bill seeks to establish a hydrogen research and development center which will lay the foundation for and spearhead of development of hydrogen in the country, which is said to be the fuel of the future. Earnest approval of this bill is hereby requested Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. O ngayon, dahil siya ay president na, possible talaga na ipapatuloy niya to at siya na mismo ang peperma.
Meaning to say, hindi po bago sa Marcos family, especially sa ating Pangulo, ang tungkol sa deuterium. Hindi na po bago yan sa kanya. Kaya nga hinihintay lang yung magandang pagkakataon na maumpisahan ang project na ito. From the program to implementation of the project. Of course, in partnership with the government, headed by the President himself. So yan po ang pinakamagandang solusyon ng global warming. So, kung titingnan po natin ang characteristics ng deuterium, napakaganda. Una, colorless. As you can see, meron kayong tubig dyan, ganun lang ang kanyang kulay. Walang kulay. Pangalawa, odorless. Pag amoyin mo, walang amoy. Di tulad ng diesel, di tulad ng gasolin, talagang maamoy, masakit sa ilong. But deuterium, walang amoy. Odorless. Kung titikman mo, tasteless, walang lasa. Meron bang lasa? Ang gasolin o diesel? Huwag nila lang subukan. Talagang merong lasa. Unlike deuterium, walang lasa. And also, it is non-toxic. Hindi po siya non-poisonous, non-toxic, walang lason. Hindi siya nagbigay din ng pollution, kaya non-pollutant. And also non-radioactive ang deuterium. Hindi siya nakapag-create ng cancer. Now, if we want to make it as a whole, yung mga characteristics niya from colorless down to non-radioactive substance, sa kabuuan, making them into one word, deuterium is safe, non-corrosive. Sa kabuuan, safe po gamitin ang deuterium. Kaya wala tayong dapat ikabahala when it comes to regulating deuterium project in the Philippines. Kasi ngayon, ang nire-regulate ng ating batas ay mayroong tinatawag na Petroleum Board sa batas ng government kung paano i-regulate ang diesel, gasoline o petroleum. Kumbaga, dito sa deuterium, hindi mahirap i-regulate dahil nga safe, hindi siya hazardous. So other facts about deuterium, yun nga, nabanggit ko na kanina, ultimate solution of the global warming, of course, ito. So acknowledgement of the arrival of Engineer Edelberto Hashimoto, no? The author of the feasibility study of deuterium in the Philippines. Siya po offer. And based on his research, as I read it, itong deuterium, according to Engineer Hashimoto, it was proven that deuterium was very potent 8 million times the potency of fossil oil as energy fuel. Ibig sabihin, yung power, yung kapasidad ng deuterium, when it comes to energy level, mataas. Parang imaginary. But science is not imaginary. It is factual that very potent 8 million times ikumpara mo sa fossil oil. Napakaganda po ang biyaya ng Diyos ng deuterium.